Hope I'm not going to get sick now. Whew. Well, look at this, what I got. Checkity, check, 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 check.
Video play soon.
Oh, okay.
Unskippable.
Oh.
Unskippable.
Oh. Oh, and then we got another one. They know the good stuff. See, they know that the. All right, that's it. Look at that.
Aww. That cute. Did you get one for both?
No. No, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it or.
Well.
She has one.
She has his hand-me-down.
Right. So she has one. Okay.
Well, it's not embroidered.
Yeah, that is true. So this is on 2. So you can either go straight to 2, or you could pip it. So take a look at pip. So that gives us this here. We're gonna go officially live, I suppose.
Right now.
Right now. It's 8 o'clock. Running a little behind today. Oh, my glasses are filthy. Go ahead and shut the pip off for a minute. And chat with the boys and girls at home while I clean my glasses.
Hello. Welcome to Pulp Alley at night. After dark. Oh, it's after dark. Dang it.
Pulp Alley.
Let's start over.
Okay. We can edit that part out. Okay, go.
Welcome to Pulp Alley after dark.
Pulp Alley after dark. We got a Don Lovejoy. We got a Rick. We got a Chad. We have a Simon Morley. 1882. We have a Scud Fisher. Scud Fisher's playing this Sunday with Scud Fisher is gonna come back and play again. We got a Bri G. We got a David Lowe. We got a Neil Morgan. We got a Clyde Dashing. If that is your real name. And a Ptolemachus, which I'm fairly sure is his real name. And one of the Pennsylvania Ptolemachuses. So lots of fun stuff to talk about tonight. Lots of fun stuff. We're going to talk about Sunday's game. So I felt like I had some good progress. And every once in a while somebody asks about, how's the magic rules coming along? Which is like an absolutely wonderful question. I'm glad you guys ask because it motivates me, right? So don't feel like you're bothering me when you ask about stuff like that, because we love to know that, it matters and that you guys are wondering about it and stuff like that. So we are continuing forward progress on it, and I feel like I got a couple good days in. Sometimes in the design process, it feels like you take 2 steps forward and 1 step back sometimes. Sometimes I'll get some pages written, and something about them just kind of bothers me. Something about them just isn't quite clicking, isn't quite what I want. And sometimes that'll hold me up for days or possibly even weeks as I kind of try to figure out how I feel about, a particular rule or a set of rules and stuff like that. And I think I finally broke through a couple little pieces that were bothering me, and so I feel like we've made some really good improvements. What that does mean, though, is that I almost have to go back to the very beginning and kind of write everything again so that it's in line with, my current, philosophy or whatever.
Machinations.
Yeah. So that it all fits and I'm using the right terminology as I go through. But I'm really happy with this incarnation. I'm calling it version 8 at present, and I really feel confident about how it's coming together. So really, really happy about that. Hey, if you haven't already, make sure you're a subscriber to our little channel. We really do appreciate that. Get subscribed to us. We have a lot of fun on here. We do live games on every Sunday. At least we try to. Once in a while we do a solo game. Very rarely do we do a pre-recorded game, but mostly we do live games. I don't have the bandwidth to do pre-recorded games anymore.
Because he cannot not edit.
Right.
And that's many, many hours.
Correct.
To edit
Correct.
an hour and a half, 2-hour game.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. When you get into editing something, just in my experience, I'd say that whatever you're editing, it's going to take you probably 8 to 15 times, 10 to 15 times the length that it's going to be. So if you're doing like a 2-hour video, well, it could be, an extra, 20 hours of editing just to kind of fit everything together. Maybe not quite that much, but definitely even on a shorter video, if you're going to do like a 1 hour or a 1 minute video, you can easily plan on it taking you 15 minutes at least. Probably more like 30, but still that's a lot better for me right now with taking care of the kids and everything. So yeah, I can't really do the pre-recorded videos, but I'm very proud of our live videos. I think we have some of the best live videos on the interwebs, and I look at a lot of the live videos, and even I would put our live videos up against even people's edited videos, because I watch, like right now I'm on a kick that I really like. You can always look into an AI editor.
Nothing could go wrong with that.
Nothing could go wrong with that. What?
It just reminds me of the Easter pictures
Oh.
that I was editing.
Uh-huh.
And it had the family. And then weirdly, the AI editor for the background decided to add like a weird gremlin lady. Just kind of like hunched over in a corner.
There was a monster. The AI added a little like creepy monster
It was
thing.
a creepy old lady just like
it,
curled and hunched in the corner. And it was just...
It was...
I haven't saved because it's too perfect not to save.
Oh, yeah, it was. It was perfect for us. Oh, look. The AI added a horrible haunting. Well, how sweet is that? I know some of you have asked, so I wanted to let you know that we got a very small restock of the caps. So if you've been wanting one of our beautiful black caps or beautiful red caps, then now is the time to get one. So do not wait on these because we only get them, very rarely. And we have a very limited stock of these, but we have the red ones and the black ones available right now. And these are so cool. Yeah,
for sure.
Anywho, I wanted to make sure you guys knew that. It is available over on the store right now. Remember to pick your color. And I'm fairly sure that I fixed it to where it only had the red and the black showing. So... if you pick a color that I don't have, then I can't ship it to you because I don't have that color. What? See how that works?
I do, in fact.
See how those dots connected there?
I did, in fact.
There you go. Vern says, your old edited shows were great. I enjoyed watching those. Yeah, I liked those too. I really enjoy the edited videos as well. What's lovely about the live videos is that they are live. One is, hey, Dennis Cross up at Kansas. Hello, pulpiteers, he says. What? I really liked your live games. You've put a lot of work into the cameras, etc. Edit shows. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm proud of our live videos. I think we do a darn good job with them because I watch other people's videos and some of them are a little rough around the edges. We're such a small little niche, right? We're a small niche within a small niche, as far as the pulp gaming and what we do. But I have been obsessing over American Civil War lately. So I've been thinking about how to do like an American Civil
Which would
War.
be like,
Yeah, I think that would be fun. So Bessie and I were talking about how would we want to approach something set in like the 1860s sort of era. Would we want to do it straight historical era? Would we want to sprinkle in maybe a gadgeteer or something like that, making some sort of fantastic,
almost like a steampunky
gadget?
kind
Almost.
of,
Yeah. Or would we want to go full supernatural with it and say, okay, well, now they have their zombies and vampires and magic being cast on the battlefield of Manassas and stuff like that. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I would probably enjoy it maybe if it's a little more straight.
Yeah.
With maybe just a little zhuzh
Yeah.
than like the full on crazy, but
yeah. I think I would too. Like
Yeah.
I would not mind it being just straight up ACW Spy versus Spy, weird Western, Simon mentions. Almost like the old version of Wild Wild West. That had some kooky stuff in it. That had some fun stuff. Not the new
What?
not the new
Kevin
version.
Kline?
Kevin
Will Smith?
Yeah.
That's an American classic.
The series is an Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
That was fun.
That is a gem.
That was a good
That
one.
is a gem. If anybody out there has missed the movie called Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, do yourself a favor and check it out. Don't blame me.
No, I didn't.
What I love about that movie is that they played it straight. Do you know what I mean by that? Like they didn't make it campy. They didn't try to make it a comedy. They played it like Abraham Lincoln was a vampire hunter. It felt like, anyway, it's just a cool movie. Derek Midas is on here. Thank you so much for joining. All right. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind playing it just straight up, historical setting. We could put a small group of Confederates have got behind enemy lines that are trying to maybe steal a federal pay box or something like that. Take out a train, a track, a bridge, that sort of stuff. So there are a lot of small things that could be done that, you wouldn't have to have 150, 200 figures on the table. You could actually do it with 10, 15 figures on the table and have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Briscoe County Jr. would be fun, yeah. The book is really good. Oh, okay. I can't read. So I talked about the hats.
He reads picture books very well, though.
The pictures, comic books. I really like the comic books that don't have any words in them because they kind of, sometimes when they put words.
They are very small.
Sometimes when they put words in the comics, that covers up parts of the pictures and I can't see the whole picture.
No.
So I always wonder what's underneath that bubble there. What piece of art
What am I
did
missing?
they destroy by putting words? Another vote for Bristol. Very cool. Very cool. Historical Skirmish is where it's at. Very cool, Derek. Thank you. So I have a set of miniatures that I'm now in that line. Here's something that goes back even further because we're getting ready for something even that I also really like, and that is colonial period. American colonial period. So in that we could have French and Indian War. We could have the American War of Independence. So there are several different pieces there. So we're sending some miniatures off to Damon so he could paint us up some colonials and some British redcoats.
Yep.
So that's going to be a setting that we're going to do before too long, and that will be a lot of fun. Hey, we need to talk about the Sunday game. The Sunday game is called The Hostage. Give me a 4. What is it, Bubba? You want to show Mama something? Okay, go show her.
Okay.
So the game for Sunday is using the same table, basically, that we used last Sunday. So this is the village of Archit. And there are the 5 campfires. Now the ruffians are in at least temporary control of Archit, but the rangers are gathering their force and are going to try and run the ruffians out of Archit. Before they do that, though, they're going to launch a rescue mission. So Bilbo and Atheron and Speck and Gimrak are coming back to Archit because when they tried to save Ula last time, she was captured. So there she is being held hostage inside the inn. So there she is being held captive by one of the ruffians. We also have 5 other ruffians on the table. So in addition to the 5 fires, so Scudfisher, if you're out there, keep track of where these fires are. 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are called hot spots in this scenario. They are basically like minor plot points, but they also are the places where more ruffians will appear. So you have that option. You can run directly by that fire and not worry about it, or you could stop and try to put it out, in which case that is no longer a spot where the ruffians will appear.
Okay.
So you kind of have a decision to make there. You have a decision to make as far as whether or not you're going to try to eliminate, because otherwise you're going to get 4 new ruffians every turn. If you take that out, then that eliminates one of them. If you take out another one, then that means only 2 will be appearing every turn, yada, yada. Or do you just take your full force and make a mad dash for the inn and just force your way in there and take it over? This scenario is called The Hostage, and it is scenario number 26. For those of you playing along at home, this is scenario number 26 out of the Scenario of the Month series. So we have 2 things we're going to do tonight. We're going to roll for a random event.
Ooh.
So, dearest Bessy of mine, why don't you roll a D10 for me real quickly and tell me what the result is.
A 1.
Oh, dang it. Why do you do that? Okay, will you shuffle those? I'm pretty sure that's going to be delayed. Pretty sure that's going to be delayed, but let's check the scenario. Some of these scenarios have their own. You draw -1 fortune card on turn number 1. Okay, so it is not delayed. Some of the scenarios have their own event table.
Yep.
So
always make sure
this
you
one
check.
does. So 1 fewer card. We are going to draw cards for the ruffians as well. The ruffians will be played as non-player characters, so we'll just be treating them. They will have programmed movement. The only thing that I'll do basically is kind of choose when they play their cards. So Scudfisher, or the player characters, will always be the director. He gets 2 cards.
Distraction
He's
and
going to
danger.
start with distraction and a danger. Now that's interesting. So that's a good combo. Hit a ruffian with a distraction and then hit him with a danger. Pretty cool. 3 cards for the ruffians. They have, give me a 4. So the 2 cards for the player characters are distraction and danger. And then the ruffians are playing with unseen peril, clear shot, and breakaway. So that's what the ruffians are going to be playing with. All right. So I think that's all the stuff that we need to do for Sunday. Do we need to do anything else for Sunday, baby?
I don't think so.
So what I'd like to show you is a quick look at an awesome Kickstarter that's going right now over, and I think we could pip this.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome Kickstarter going on right now, and Bessy hasn't seen a lot of this stuff. I've shown her some of it, but man, there is some awesome stuff on here. This Kickstarter, look up Nippon Saga when you go over to Kickstarter and check this out. There's a little video on there at the top there. It gives you a quick little chat about the Kickstarter, kind of focusing on the Edo period. But check out these cool monks here. Check out the cool monks that they have. Those are really cool. Some mounted fellows as well. And man, oh man, not only are there beautiful figures in this, but the terrain, and it's 3D printable terrain. So it's basically STL files that is the Kickstarter, which is very reasonable as far as the, buying this stuff. But man, check out that cute little farmhouse. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
The farmhouses and the terrain has such detail to it. You look at this and it would have been so easy, this blows away, MDF buildings are cool, but there's stuff that they just can't do, or it would just jack up the price too much.
Yeah.
With STL files or these printable 3D ones, they are just so awesome. Look at the boards, the little sticks up there on the roof, the layering on the roof there, the bundle of sticks next to the door, the little bucket there next to the door, the bag, all the little small pieces. What is this, like loose leaves and stuff, or leaves up here, the steps. Look at how it comes apart here. And when you look inside the house, because the roof comes off, it has such cool detail on the inside, where it has the bookshelf over there, or not a bookshelf probably, but just the shelving. And then it has another little bucket over there that you can see. It has a little fireplace over there. Look at that right there. And then it all has this little foundation area down here too. Just absolutely beautiful. There's a bell tower, really cool, in multiple pieces. So it comes apart. You can have characters move in there. I'm a huge fan of those old samurai movies. I'm a huge fan of those old Akira Kurosawa movies. The old Toshiro Mifune is probably one of my all-time favorite actors. I really love, Sanjuro is probably up there as one of my all-time favorite movies. I absolutely love that one. So and I also love all those old, the Lone Wolf and Cub.
Yeah.
Oh, those were a lot of fun too. A different style, but still a lot of fun. Really, really cool. Yeah, Samurai or Pulp Samurai was always on our to-do list, or has always been for the last 10 years. But the problem is that our to-do list grows exponentially faster than our got it done list grows. So we'd love to have, an Old West supplement for Pulp Alley, or campaign. We'd love to have a samurai campaign, a retro sci-fi campaign for Pulp Alley. Those are all the things that we want to do. So yeah, it would be really, really cool to have that sort of stuff going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at that beautiful terrain. Look at that beautiful terrain there.
Ooh, that one's pretty.
Yeah, and look at the broom. Look at how the bristles are bent
that
over
one could
there.
be in a lot of places too.
I'd put that in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the little rocks up on the sticks across, the rocks up there holding the shingles down or the boards down. This broom there, the way the bristles are bent over. See, that's the sort of stuff. Ian Lovecraft just has an artist's eye for this sort of stuff. It's 3D sculpts. Sometimes 3D sculpts just don't really look all that good, but when you have an artist that's got that artistic eye, and that attention to detail, then that's what raises it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that makes these houses just look really, really cool. I love the figures in this, but it was the buildings that really just blew me away. Has anybody been watching the new Shogun series? That looks really, really cool. Bessie and I are in the middle of a different with Torii there. We're in the middle of a different series, so we try not to have multiple series going on at the same time. But we only have one more series left, or one more episode left, and then I think we might go over and do
at least give it a shot.
Shogun and see how. Is anybody else out there watching Toshiro Mifune and Charles Bronson in Western Red Sun? Yep. George Lucas actually thought about using Toshiro Mifune as Obi-Wan Kenobi, but they were concerned about his accent, so it is what it is. But man, that would have been cool too.
Yeah.
That would have been cool too. So I don't think it comes as any surprise that, a lot of the Jedi stuff was, based on samurai stuff. Little bridge there, just the terrain, this well, just really, really cool stuff. The rice store, the buildings, they just blow me away. I love architecture. I'm just a big fan of architecture. That was one of my early passions in life, and I just have books about architecture because I just love buildings and the way they're put together. And in another life path, that may have been the direction that I had gone, was to pursue architecture. But so it's something I just love, that the styles, really, really cool stuff. Give me a picture, baby.
Oh, sorry.
Here's another farmhouse. And this sort of stuff would even work for a fantasy setting too.
Absolutely.
This sort of stuff would work for a fantasy setting. I'd use these for a Lemuria setting. I'd use them.
For sure. Lemuria would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was doing like something, Princess Mononoke or something like that, these sort of buildings would just be perfect.
That one always makes me
like
cry.
That.
I don't know why.
I know.
A ball like a baby.
Crops in the field.
Oh, that's fun.
Bridge, just different props, another farmhouse. Just, man, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work. Relatively inexpensive to get the STL files. Here's a more fancy house looking here. Man, just beautiful. And here it gets into some of the figures. A bunch of cool female figures. A bunch of cool female samurai.
Oh, yeah.
The noble lady here. Anybody watch that? I think it was a Korean series. I think it was called Empire or The Empire or Kingdom. Kingdom. It had zombies and stuff in it. Really, really cool series.
Loved it.
Yeah, I wish they would continue that. I really enjoyed it.
I know, every once in a while I'll check and see, but.
Some cool samurai. Guard there, archer. And then the Shinto priest. Man, look at that. Beautiful. The facial expressions, the natural poses. It goes from characters that have very, very natural, dynamic poses, and then just these really cool, relaxed poses. They just feel so natural. A nobleman here, a monk. Just get over to Kickstarter. This one, I love this one too. The Ono with the parasol there. And then the farmers. Oh my gosh. The farmers are so awesome too.
Yeah, that is just, actually.
And the geisha. Zen garden set. Oh, look, Pulp Alley. All right, so I want to do some character cards for this. Pop that back up there. I want to do some character cards for this. So we're going to put some of these awesome characters on some Pulp Alley character cards. And then I also want to do at least a couple scenarios for the using these figures. So I think they're well worth getting into. So I'd love for you guys to get over there and take a look at it and see what you think. Leave me a comment what you think about it as well. Instead of watching the new series, I reread the book. Yeah, are you talking about Shogun?
Yeah, Bri
Yeah.
G said it was great.
Bri G, very good. So I just watched enough of it, like maybe 20 minutes or so, to try and get a feel of whether or not it was actually going to be worth watching. So that's kind of a bad thing to do, I guess. But I just wanted to know, is this going to be something I want to see or not? And I enjoyed it. Now I remember the old, who was it? Richard Chamberlain, who did the original Shogun series from what, the 80s or something. Uh, so and that was fun, right? That was even a fun series, and of course you have the books as well.
Mhm.
So good stuff all around. So next up is Shogun series. Oh boy. Um, I think the next thing that we're going to do is probably going to do at least a few scenarios using some pets or using some animals.
Yeah.
Like a what kind of story can we compare it to?
Like 101 Dalmatian, kind
Yeah,
of?
like 101 Dalmatians, maybe Aristocrats, Lady and the Tramp. So I want to do a story, but I'm thinking about using the Boy Scouts also, and seeing if we can work them in as a 2-player league. As are we what?
What Boy Scouts?
Oh, the the new Boy Scout miniatures that we got. There's a video.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
those.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's a new so we'll play around with it and see what we can come up with. I think we may have one or two, definitely one, because we're going to be doing our Middle Earth campaign. Charlotte's Web, Kitsune would be cool. Yeah, yeah. I don't know that he has any Kitsune in this. I don't think he has any supernatural stuff. The Noble Lady. That's what made me think of that Kingdom series. I don't think there's any supernatural stuff in it. I don't think there's any Oni or Kappa or Kitsune or anything like that. I think these are just all historical, which I kind of wish sometimes that he would do. Because I do like all that supernatural stuff. So it would be fun. Oftentimes, when I put scenarios together for this stuff, I like there to be able to put in a monster or something like that.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of fun. I love the historical stuff too. I don't think it always has to, you don't always have to add a supernatural angle in there, but it's still fun to have that option once in a while.
Yeah.
So good stuff. Good stuff. Anywho, we went over a little bit today. Animal Farm, okay. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Thank you, Pagum. Our
But are some more equal than others?
Oh, well. If we're gonna start that, we better get off of here pretty quick. All right, Bessie. Sing him a song, do him a dance. Laugh a while and sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. That's it, baby.